The Fury of the Skies, the story of the Harpy, the winged monster. The Flight to Freedom, the story of the Harpy. In the high skies above the earth, there lived a fearsome creature known as the Harpy. It was a monster with the body of a bird and the head of a woman, and it was feared by all who lived below. The Harpy was known for its piercing shrieks and its sharp talons, and it was said that anyone who heard its cry would be driven mad with fear. But despite its fearsome reputation, the Harpy was not always the cruel and merciless creature that it was known to be. In the days of old, the Harpies were graceful creatures, loved by the gods for their beauty and their freedom. They were respected for their ability to soar through the skies, and they were a symbol of freedom and flight. However, as time passed, the gods grew jealous of the Harpies' freedom and beauty. They began to resent the creatures for their ability to soar through the skies, and they began to plot against them. They transformed the Harpies into the fearsome creatures that they are today, and they banished them to the high skies above the earth. The Harpies were devastated by their transformation. They were no longer the graceful creatures that they once were, but instead, they were now feared and hated by all who lived below. They were unable to escape the high skies, for the gods had placed a curse on them, forbidding them from ever touching the ground. And so, the Harpies lived in the high skies, day after day, year after year, scouring the earth for victims to feed on. They became a symbol of fear and hatred, and they were reviled by all who lived below. But one day, a young man entered the high skies. He was searching for his love, who had been taken by the Harpies, and he was determined to bring her back to the land of the living. The Harpies descended upon the man, shrieking and clawing, but to their surprise, the man was not afraid. The man approached the Harpies, and he spoke to them of his love and his determination to bring her back. He told them of the sadness and fear that filled the hearts of those who lived below, and he asked the Harpies to help him bring peace to the land. And to the man's surprise, the Harpies listened. They saw the sadness and fear in his eyes, and they realized that they were not the only ones who suffered. They saw that their transformation had not only affected them, but it had also affected those who lived below. And so, the Harpies set out to help the man in the land below. They traveled through the skies, speaking to the winds and the clouds, and they learned the stories of those who lived below. They saw the pain and the longing, and they promised to help bring peace to the land. And with the help of the young man, the Harpies were able to bring balance back to the skies and the land below. The winds and the clouds sang with joy, and the Harpies were no longer feared and hated. They were once again seen as symbols of freedom and flight, and they were respected and loved by all who lived below. And so, the Harpies continued to soar through the skies, but now they did so with love and respect from those who lived below. The young man returned to the land of the living, but his impact on the skies was felt for many years to come.
Thanks for watching and subscribe to our channel.